Hey, how are you doing today? This fine, beautiful, sunshine, sunny Florida. I hope you're having an amazing week so far. Getting all that Christmas shopping done. Taking care of everybody else, right? Shopping for everybody else, getting everything tied down before the end of the year. Maybe you're getting some vacation. I don't know what it looks like for you. I hope you're having a super, super awesome holiday season. And what's really amazing to think about is how quickly the year went by. I don't know if you feel me on this one. If you do, I'd love to know that I'm not alone thinking that this year went by like, boom, super, super quick. And last night we had an amazing training in our inner circle. If you didn't know, I am a coach. I help moms and dads over 40 drop 30 to 50 pounds of fat within 3 to 6 months. It's kind of crazy. The results are just coming in. It's insane. And one of the things we did last night was I actually asked my top students what lessons they learned in 2021 that helped them get better and faster results. I wanted to know. You know, I could say, well, what I think that they did, but I just asked them straight up, and they were happy to share with me. And we had a training last night in our inner circle about the lessons they learned. And one of them, which is really a challenge for a lot of people, and maybe it is for you, and if it is and this resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. And it's taking time for yourself, making yourself a priority. Is it okay to put yourself first? Is it selfish, or is it actually selfless? You see, one of the things that I think is hard as maybe a parent, maybe your dad or a mom, and you've taken care of your kids and maybe your family and your work and making sure you got your bills paid and everybody relies on you. And I know the pressure's on, right? For me, I know I'm walking a dog. I got to get the dog, got to get myself up, got to get organized, got to get work started, take care of my clients, take care of my family, take care of my wife, all those things. Everybody's like leaning on you, right? The responsibilities are thick. So it's easy to say, you know what, I got to take care of everybody else. I don't really have the time to take care of myself. And I want to tell you what one of our top students shared as one of her top lessons is that it's okay to put yourself first. And it's not actually a selfish thing. In fact, I honestly believe, and from what I've seen in my own personal journey, as well as many students that I've worked with that are trying to get their health and their life and their body back in shape and organized and all that good stuff, is when they start to put themselves first. And I'm not saying like you only are selfish and only thinking of yourself. It's actually thinking of yourself more by taking care of yourself more. And what happens, what's really amazing, is when you're able to provide for yourself, take care of yourself, that trickles down to all of the other people in your life and in your world. Doesn't that make sense? It feels like it's a double-edged sword, right? Because on one hand, when you start to take care of yourself, you know sometimes you have to say no to other things. You might have to say no to doing something like that somebody asked you to do, and then somebody else asks you to do something, and then you get asked to do something else, and then you have that responsibility. And then the next thing you know is you're putting yourself down at the bottom of the priority list. And I don't know about you, but it never works too well when I put myself down at the bottom of the priority list. So honestly, taking care of yourself, it's a very selfless thing. Making yourself a high priority is a very selfless thing. And if you can dial that in, it is one of the lessons that 7 of my top students shared. And that is, it's okay. And when she started to put herself first, when she started to put herself first, making sure that she made non-negotiables in her life, exercise, planning out the day, making sure she's eating healthy, making sure that she's able to manage stress, making sure that her sleep habits are at least dialed in the best you can. Now, I know sometimes sleep habits are hard and eating habits can be tough, but it's even tougher when you're not putting yourself and making yourself a high priority. Does that make sense? So listen, we got 2 more weeks, right? 2 more weeks before the new year. And listen, if you struggled in 2021 and put everybody else's needs above your own, I want to encourage you, first and foremost, not to give up. I want to encourage you not to give up. The fact that you're listening right now maybe is an indication that you haven't given up. But then I want you to think about in 2022, and maybe you have some time off, and maybe you're looking to get it together and starting fresh in the new year. Totally get it. In fact, we have students that are getting ramped up, getting started in the new year. And I have a few more spots. So if you want to know what that looks like in my world, in my coaching program, to know what my inner circle is all about, to know how my students are getting such great results, obviously it's more than just putting yourself first. Because then if you're able to put yourself first, what the heck do you do? Like, what's the next step? Hey, good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Wayne and Wendy. Appreciate you for being on here. I always forget down here who's on. Lynch, appreciate you being on here if you're still on. And I want you to think about, okay, once you make the choice to put yourself first, that's only step one. Then, if you're able to get to where you're putting your needs and making yourself a non-negotiable, high priority, top priority, then what do? What's the next step? Now, if you've been struggling for a long time on, say, a weight loss journey, a fitness journey, and maybe what worked in the past isn't working now, and you don't really have a plan, you don't really have any structure, there's no accountability, you're kind of scared because, okay, say I do put myself first, then what the heck do I do? Well, that's kind of why I've been doing this for as long as I've been doing it, because there's people, and maybe you're one of them, that struggle, not just in putting yourself first, maybe you're able to do that, but maybe you're struggling with, now, shoot, I'm 54 years old and I have 40 pounds of weight on my body. What the heck do I do next? How do I even start? So that's why people like me exist. Coaches like me who've been doing this. Now, I've been doing this for more than half my life. And you can do it a couple of different ways. You can certainly maybe not do a damn thing and then just kind of let life happen to you, right? That's totally one thing. Chances are, if you're listening right now, that's not what's going to happen. The next step is you can maybe wing it. You can maybe just Google search some workouts, do some YouTube videos, maybe, try some kind of weak diet, or maybe get back on Weight Watchers, do something like that, right? Hey, there's nothing knocking that. If that will work for you, awesome. But if you're listening to this right now, chances are you've done something to that respect and it didn't work out for you. And then the next step is to actually get this weight loss behind you once and for all. Literally get it behind you to the point where you don't have to think about your journey. You can get off the journey. So my encouragement to you is, if you've been stuck, if you've been thinking about getting help, I want to invite you to a conversation with me and my team. And here's the cool thing is, when you get around a good coach, you realize a good coach is only as good as the team around him. And I can tell you, as much as I wish it was all me, and all of my experience and all that stuff, it really isn't. Honestly, yes, the knowledge base that I've had and the in the trenches experience, but I can tell you I have a team of amazing people behind me helping me, and I have an incredible inner circle of men and women who maybe were like you right now, but decided to take a different step forward into getting the help that they needed by making themselves a high priority, investing in a coach, and getting off the weight loss journey once and for all. Literally, it's so close. I think some of you are so close to discovering your full potential, your real self, your real body, your real confidence. The confidence has been maybe sitting under a bunch of weight, a bunch of fat, sitting under a bunch of lack of confidence, a bunch of really just disappointments and pain and all those things. And I get it, and it's hard. But I'll tell you what, ask yourself this question: what's going to be harder? Not going into 2022 with a 2022, it's weird to say that, 2022 with a plan, an attack plan, and a strategy, and some accountability, and some outside eyes, and having clarity to know exactly what you need to do. Like, there's a difference between doing that. That's a different kind of hard. It's still going to be hard to get in shape. It's still going to be hard to lose weight, but it's going to be a lot easier when you have it all mapped out for you, literally mapped out for you. You see, The best part of what I get to do is I just map it out and equip you. Then you got to go and do the work. But shoot, if you have to map it out and you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to do it, and you don't know what to eat, you don't know how to eat, you don't know how to work out, you don't know how much you should work out, you don't know if you should join a gym, it can be so confusing you just don't even want to start, right? Does that make sense? So I want to make it a whole lot easier. I already did all the hard work. I've already mapped it out. Again, I work with men and women over 40. So if you're in the 40s or in your 50s, even a few in your 60s, and you're struggling, now is the time. It's not wait till the new year. Don't join another gym that you won't use. Don't get on another quick fix. Don't buy another expensive piece of equipment to have in your house when you're late night and you get up and you're snacking and you put on the TV and there's an infomercial about some power machine or some Bowflex or some spinning bike, right? Please do yourself a favor. Buying another piece of equipment is not going to get you off the weight loss journey. It can help, but it's not going to get you off the weight loss journey. Anyway, my name is Mark Avens. I am the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough, and the breakthrough is for you to get off the weight loss journey. If you want access to me, to my team, and my inner circle, if you want to see what that's look like, I want you to private message me with the word breakthrough. The key word is breakthrough. Okay, breakthrough. Do you want to stay broken or do you want to have a breakthrough? Take care and God bless. Talk to you soon. Have an amazing day.